Young blonde star Jean Harlow appeared in her first major role in Howard Hughes's World War I aviation epic, Hell's Angels. The blonde bombshell was signed by MGM in 1932 and soon became a major star. Another bombshell, Swedish star Greta Garbo, attempted a not-so-successful transition to talkies in Anna Christie. Originally a B actor, John Wayne made his debut in the 1930 Western The Big Trail. It was a complete flop. Wayne did not become a star until 1939 in the movie Stagecoach. In 1932, Olympic swimming champion Johnny Weissmuller made his screen debut as the vine-swinging ape-man in Tarzan, the Ape-Man. Curly-topped child star Shirley Temple appeared in a series of shorts titled Baby Burlesques. In comedy circles, the Three Stooges and Laurel and Hardy made their film debuts. Listen to this clip and say hello to the Three Stooges.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
During President Roosevelt's time, African Americans made huge advances in sports and entertainment. The 1936 Berlin Olympics were supposed to be Hitler's chance to show the world that the Aryan race was superior. However, African American Jesse Owens ended up winning 4 gold medals in track and field. In addition, African American heavyweight contender Joe Louis knocked out the German champion Max Schmeling in a rematch between the two boxers. Orchestra leader Benny Goodman was the first to have an integrated band, as he had 2 black musicians in his orchestra. In 1939, African American opera singer Marian Anderson was not allowed to sing a concert at Constitution Hall because the Daughters of the American Revolution protested and shut it down. Eleanor Roosevelt, the First Lady, and a great humanitarian and leader in her own right, took up the cause, resigned from the DAR, and organized a performance for Anderson at the Lincoln Memorial. She was the United States' first fly girl. Amelia Earhart became a celebrity as she equaled Lindbergh's feat in crossing the Atlantic solo nonstop. She flew from Newfoundland, Canada to Ireland in 1932. In 1937, Earhart and her navigator disappeared while flying over the South Pacific. This is still a mystery that is in the news. The baby of Charles Lindbergh and his wife was kidnapped and held for ransom. Charles Jr. was found dead from exposure and starvation in a grassy area 5 miles from the Lindberghs' home. Police arrested illegal German immigrant and ex-convict Bruno Hampton when he was found to be in possession of the remainder of the marked ransom money. Hampton was convicted and later executed in 1936. Lou Gehrig, baseball's Iron Horse, set a major league record by playing in 2,130 consecutive games. He was stricken with a fatal disease in the prime of his career by an illness that would eventually bear his name. Another notable name belonged not to a person or an animal, but a thing. A thing named the Hindenburg. The German airship had just arrived in Lakehurst, New Jersey, from Europe on May 6, 1937, when it caught fire while landing. The hydrogen-filled Zeppelin quickly burst into flames. Watch this video on the Hindenburg explosion. If you look very carefully, you can see people moving around trying to get away from the crash.
Rushing to the rescue, the heroes of the tragedy dash in, heedless of danger, to help the injured to safety, while others, beyond help, perish in the flames.
Now keep in mind that the Hindenburg was fueled by hydrogen and extremely flammable material. That's why it goes so very quickly. Other news and notable names of the Great Depression era was not a person, but an animal. Money problems continued to plague people, and they were looking for quick fixes for their difficulties. With people struggling to make ends meet, they often gambled what little money they did have in the hopes of making more. One of the most popular forms of gambling in the 1930s was horse racing. To drum up support for the horse racing industry, a newspaper writer coined the term Triple Crown to denote the winner of the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont. Also drumming up support was an undersized, overachieving horse named Seabiscuit. In spite of winning numerous races, many doubted his winning ability until he beat the unbeatable War Admiral in a challenge race. Many people beaten down by the Depression could identify with the underdog Seabiscuit. Watch this clip of Seabiscuit defeating War Admiral.
War Admiral's jockey calls for more speed, and here he comes. War Admiral is catching up. Now he's got him, and the battle is on as they run neck and neck like a team in harness. They're coming to the home stretch with War Admiral running on the outside. Now it's do or die, jockey against jockey, true thoroughbred against true thoroughbred. It's the blood of man of war. His grandson next to the rails, his son on the outside. No more is it speed, now it's heart and stamina. And Seabiscuit, the grandson, pulls away to become America's undisputed thoroughbred champion.
Certainly, there was much to be depressed about in the 1930s. The crash of the stock market and the effects of the Dust Bowl are just two of many causes of the hardships for Americans living in that area. As has often been noted, however, adversity breeds opportunity, and a nation struggling to rebuild itself was open to many new practices and programs. The effects of FDR's alphabet soup programs had a lasting impact on American government and economy. Perhaps no other decade better reflects the concept of laughing to keep from crying. Desperation for diversion and technological advances helped launch the careers of many pop culture icons that changed the face of the entertainment industry. America endured a rough ride through the 30s, but emerged as a stronger nation with a renewed faith in the spirit of endurance.